Had a long day, man. Want to give thanks and honor to the ancestors. Want to give thanks and honor to the creators. Want to give thanks and honor to the El Capulan deities. Want to give thanks and honor to the YouTube family. Today was a long ass day, boy. I ain't get off work till like 7:15, bro. It was a long ass day today. And not only was it a long ass day, my son Irv Gotti passed away, bro. 54 years old, man. It's like, damn, it's like we're dying even younger and younger, man. And like we're dying like the old folks, bro. Back in the days, you know what I'm saying? It'd be your grandmother that caught a stroke. She was like 79, 80. My nigga, we catching that at 50, bro? We're just really out of wax, bro. We're really out of wax. We have lost ourselves as human beings, bro. And when and like I said earlier, man, I was doing a video. There was this dude that follows me on Facebook. He sends me a friend request. I accept it. Come to find out he's a Hebrew Israelite. So time and time again he will post like Hebrew Israelite scriptures where he's demonizing Christianity, demonizing Islam, demonizing, African spirituality, but saying the only way is calling on the only way is follow the Bible book and calling on Jesus his proper way, which is Yeshua, right? Okay. The man continues to post, like, the man continues to post videos, post pictures of, belittling everything and everyone. And time to time, I would comment, right? And one of those questions that I will ask is, how do you prove these things? How can you prove that you are the lineage of a Hebrew Israelite? You cannot tell me based on writings that has been plagiarized, tampered with, submitted, reprinted, you name it, they claim it, they did everything to that book. There's no way you can tell me somebody's writings can tell me who you are. Where do you find this so-called Israelite? Where do you find this Israelite to take this Israelite's DNA left behind, remains, and tie it to connect to you? How do you prove that? You're unable to. Okay, fine. Let's put that to the side. How come how come your God that spoke a particular language, he says that you now will be awoken and come back onto him, right? Where he shall receive you. How come you can feel all of this but can't speak a jot of Hebrew? It's like no matter what you do, you can't speak the Hebrew. Ask yourself that question. The word of God, your God has called you back. The Father is calling his children back. You guys can't connect. But you will find every rebuttal behind it. Oh yeah, God, when he comes, he's gonna come with a new tongue. Like, bro, okay. When are we gonna get over this delusion? Long day for me, bro. Tired. Long day. Been up since 6:30. Long day. I went inside of a shelter today. I want to call it a shelter. It was a homeless home. And it's like, you'll be shocked to see how many people is homeless, man. You'll be shocked to see how many Instagram chicks are living in shelters, bro. Living like trash, bro. You'll be shocked, bro. I done seen so much things, man, in the last couple of months. It's just like, yo, wow. Like, wow. I'm talking about dudes just fly and, you know what I'm saying? Shorty is the type of girl you would see at the club, and I'm talking about like, damn, my mom, can I? Oh yeah, I would love to be like. That's how good they look. But when you come into their space, I'm like, jeez, it's crazy, bro. So today I had to. So today I went into this homeless. Homie said they was dealing with. Homie said they was dealing with some. It was dealing with some ice. So you know me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh word, all right, cool. Went, took a couple of bait stations, put them up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I took care, made them put a little powder inside of the holes and all that pause. You know what I'm saying? Sealed it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that right there took at least 3 hours, bro. Because I did that. I had to go upstairs, had to make sure they have fly issues. Now again, this is a homeless shelter. This is people that, you know what I'm saying, living off the streets, you know what I'm saying? Then I went to the back. These people didn't have no food in the base stations. That joint looked like it was never touched. I'll be honest. I'm just speaking from my observation. Them things look like it never been touched. So, now, me, you know what I'm saying? Now I gotta go take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the lady was shocked that I was there that long. And it's like, nah. You know what I mean? It's like you wanna make sure that the hood is good. That's in my mind, if I don't make it good, then my hood's gonna be jacked up. Because where I'm at, I be in my hood. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I go to the European areas, but a lot of times I be in the hood. I be in my peoples. So I be in East New York, you know what I'm saying? Those areas are still close to my hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they have an infestation, the infestation is gonna make their way into my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And that joint is not funny, bro. That joint, listen, man, rodent activity is not funny, bro. It's really not funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should see the people that I meet. Like, a lot of people be spooked behind it. You know what I'm saying? Long ass day, bro. But it's the fact that you will go inside of these facilities. Yo, I went inside of a facility. There was 5 PS5s inside this facility in one room. 5 PS5s. When I seen that, all I could do was say, "Yo, bro, new Jordans, everything, bro, in a facility, bro. Only our people, bro. Only our people." So when this dude be posting up these things, and I ask those questions and say, "Yo, my man, are you really telling me that we must keep the Sabbath while we are in prison?" So somebody that who worked at a job for 20 years, and that 20 years worked in that job for 40 years. Let's just say 40 years. This man gave his life to this job for 40 years, and he never got a Saturday off. But he was a good person, and he loved and he cared and he wished the best for somebody. Are you going to tell me that this man would die and would be in hell because according to the Bible, it says one sin is justifying breaking them all. So are you telling me the man is going to hell because he had to work every Saturday for 40 years to provide for his family, his children, and his loved ones? Never had time to go to church because that Sunday he decided to stay home and rest and go to sleep because that's what his job offered him. That's what his job was, right? Are you going to tell me that this man was to die today, he's going to burn in hell for that? He would not make it to the bosom of Abram. You have to make that make sense, bro. What about the people that didn't know the commandments? Because because when you go according to the word, it says, keep my commandments and live. Those that don't keep my commandments shall perish. That's what the Bible says. So what about those that never had the commandments but supposedly was Hebrew Israelites? So what happened to them? Are they perished? What's going to be your justification behind this? What is going to be your justification? Gotta ask that question. And you're gonna always get the same answer, bro. It's always going to be the same answer. And that's what this is what be mind boggling with me. Is that bro, you antagonize one person, you antagonize a culture, you antagonize a group of people, you preach hate, bro. How can the word of God be given as a tool of hate? You know why? Because the people that wrote it was hateful people. They was the ones that took control of your land. F a goddamn, F a Middle East, my nigga. We talking about the land. You know for a fact you was taken from Africa. You have to believe you was taken for Israel, or you have to believe that you migrated. You have to believe that. You have to. There's a difference between believing and knowing for a fact. You know for a fact you was taken out of Africa. But you want me to believe a story. This is the problem. This is the biggest issue that we have as individuals is the fact that we want to believe and we don't want to stand on what it's supposed to be. We can't prove these Hebrews can't prove nothing. Can't prove nothing. The only thing that they can prove is that they are in control. That's all they want is control. I want to be in control. Follow me. Join my gang. Join my organization. This is where it's at. This is the brotherhood. This is the sisterhood. This is the family. This is the unit. This is this. And then you get involved in that. And it's the total opposite. Because what you forgot was this book that was given unto you to proclaim to the world. This book was created to solely divide the masses, and it did all of that. That's why you have 50 trillion different demographics. And if your savior was to come today, you don't even know if your church would be there. He probably wouldn't even know which church to choose because it was never designed to be that way. But the Biblos was created to be that way. It was never about unity. It was never about love. It was all about power, dominance, control, destroy, genocide, homicide. This is what was given unto us. And it was literally given unto us to divide us. Look, don't listen to me. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Ask your family members how many churches do they go to? I guarantee you, you'll have a family, or you'll come from a family that go to different demographics of church, have different demographics of belief. But all this belief, listen carefully, all this belief is the belief of a Euro Christian. There's not a single belief of anything El Kebulan. Not a single thing of anything pure black, pure African. No. Because you cannot measure yourself. You cannot see yourself in that space because you have been broken by the Euro Christian ideology. And when I put these things on this brother's comment, he never can reply. There will be other Hebrew Israelites that talk. I don't talk to the peasants, man. I don't talk, especially if they're like Hispanic, no disrespect. The Hispanics are the children of Christopher Columbus. These are the Spaniards left behind, bro. Martinez, Sanchez, these are the Spaniard left behind, bro. They violated the Taínos. They violated the Aztecs. They violated the blacks. They violated. All you guys are literally the left behinds, bro. That means you carry the blood of the enemy, bro. That's why y'all mentality is like that. So when I hear you talking Jesus, it's in your heart to uphold that because that's what your daddy used. That's what your ancestors used to control, genocide, repopulate, whatever. This is what they use. And if they're using that, how do you expect me to be the one to use that too? Absolutely not. Come on now. You got to make that make sense. So when I hear them say, "Oh, Jesus," I don't even argue that. But my main focus be to the brother because you always posting it and I'm always giving you the answers. Like I'm not even giving you the answers, but I'm always posing a question like, "Yo, how can you prove this? How can you prove this? Why can't nobody show me the tomb of Solomon? Why can't nobody show me the tomb of Peter, Paul, Luke, Matthew? Why can I not see these things? Why can I not see the tomb of David? Solomon has 700 wives. Why can I not trace those 700 people? This is a prestige man of power. How come I can't trace this line down? If I'm unable to trace it down, then how can you tell me that this is the facts? It was just another fairy tale, bro. It's just another story written by good literature writers, bro. That's what it is. It's not a book of morality. It's a book of following my orders. It's not a book of morality. Because if you thinking if it's a book of morality, then your God broke every commandment that he made Moses give to the people to follow. He broke every commandment. He killed, he stealed, he allowed adultery, he was covetous. So all these things transpired. Thou shalt not kill innocent babies. That man broke every commandment you can name. You see, when you start asking those type of questions and you start putting these things to the table, brothers and sisters get irritated. And the irritation is not because of what I'm saying. The irritation comes because it's like a punch to your frequency. It's like, and it causes a massive irritation. Because if you get out of that, you might collapse and you might never be able to get out. It's the fear. This is why brothers be irritated. It's not what I'm saying. Is I'm asking the questions that you cannot dispute. It literally like like damn, why, you know what I'm saying? For example, I'm gonna give you an example. They said that man evolved from monkeys. That's fine. So then why are they still monkeys? You see, wait, why are they still monkeys? My point. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And when you start asking those type of questions where it makes you have to put in the common sense, brothers get irritated. They got things to call you walking with the devil, or he's went back into the world. It's not going back to the world, bro. It's going back facing this real world reality, bro. Religion is not the solution to this real world reality, bro. Because if it was the solution, we would not be the leading candidates in all diseases. We would not be filling up the jails. Our children would not be as crazy as they are. A lot of things would have been in order, but it's not. And if something is not in order, then it's only the only option is to say, all right, if this is not working, let's see what's on that other side of the door. I studied the Hebrew, I did all of that. And it was all for nothing because it's not backed by anything. How can you tell me to give my people something that's not standing on a foundation? Christ is not a foundation. Christ is just an image. It's a picture. It's not a foundation. It's not somebody, let's just say somebody that I'm just in my zone, I'm just in my thoughts, I'm just in my feelings, and I wanted to go to the tomb of Christ and talk to him directly or look. There's nothing of that. You cannot find that. And if you're gonna open, it's gonna say there's nothing there because his body risen up. So did his body risen up with his bones, or was it just his spirit that went up? Because when I hear you guys speak, I hear the spirit was risen. So the spirit is connected with the bones. How come I can't see the bones? This is what I'm trying to make you guys understand. It does not make sense. It's too many holes in the story. You cannot tell me to accept something that got so much holes in it. Then I might as well start eating Swiss cheese. Then I might as well become a rat. I might as well just be telling because this is just what it is. I really want you to think about that. I really want you guys to think about that. And then you start going down the rabbit hole, family. You start going down the rabbit hole, and it's like, all right, so if this is not real, what else are they lying to me about? And you start going down the rabbit hole. Then you start finding out the names. Why the name Solomon, Sal, all mine. All of that means turn on. Light barriers. 666. Light barriers. The entire book is a Freemason. It's a Freemason book, bro. They got a Freemason biblos right now with the Freemason logo on it right now. And if you was to open it and read it side by side, it'd be the same exact writing. It's because you guys just don't understand. It's because you guys just won't listen, bro. Put them side by side. When they issued, listen, when they sat down, when the Romans sat down, they said, we want to conquer the world. The only way we can conquer the world, we have to make everybody conform into our religion. It doesn't matter. If you look at the history, every single area in the world had their own style of worship, had their own gods, their own deities, etc. The Romans came and said, we're putting an end to all of that. You better accept Jesus and Jesus only and listen to what Jesus says to do. And what was the one thing Jesus said to do in the New Testament? He said, render Caesar's what is Caesar's. That right there is what let me knew that this is the book of the Romans. This is what they use to control the world. Remember, the highest position in the world, who orchestrates everything, is the Pope. Where does the Pope live in? Rome. Never, nothing changes. Okay? Nothing changes. And they conspired, they sat down, they put this story together, and they gave it unto us. And they said, this is what you're going to do. Why? Because they knew that this is what was going to be used to control the masses. And look, we're under control. Everything that you're given. Don't you notice that everything that you're given is what they okay, that they give the okay to? They gave the okay to follow Allah. They gave the okay to follow Christianity. Gave the okay to follow Judaism. Gave you okay to follow Buddha. Gave you okay to follow anything that's outside of you. And I'm talking to you, black men. They gave you everything to follow. But the minute you said, I want to learn about voodoo, they tell you it's evil. They tell you it's satanic. They tell you it's pagan. They tell you it's this. They tell you it's that. This is what Rome did. Rome went into these places out in Europe. The people in Europe had their own gods. They demolished all of that. Made everybody follow Jesus. Made their way into the Middle East. Made everybody follow Jesus, follow Allah. Because Allah is another fraction of the Roman Catholic. This is, I don't care what anybody tell me. You can say whatever you want. Took that, brought it into Africa. Said, how is these niggers having such phenomenal land? I want all of this. Make all of them suffer. Kill everybody. Leave just a handful to do the dirty work. But this is our land. And they came, they saw, they conquered, they destroyed, and they gave you an ideology. And they gave you a list of which gods to call on. And when you was calling names on like Modimo, etc., they the ones that gave the okay to say, yeah, I like that name. That could be the father. And then everybody had to adapt. You don't understand the wrath that came with these people. The Romans was not playing when they came to establishing Jesus on this earth. Do you know why they give black people the Jesus story? Because Jesus came and brought them to America and left. Now they're calling on Jesus to return to take them back to the motherland. How real is that? This is what's going on. So how can you tell me as an individual to subscribe to something that has so much holes in it? And when I ask these questions, I'm met with the rebuttal of I'm hatred, or I'm not in the right spirit, or I'm this, I'm that. We get every excuse in the book other than just answer the goddamn question. Just answer it. And if you're unable to answer it, then you cannot tell me you're qualified to teach and lead people into this promised land that you never seen, never felt, never taste, never took a plane over there. Can't even, not a single black person took a trip to those areas to say, nah, son, yo, I went there. Yo, I see the cross, man. Yo, Bible prophecy. I'm telling you, I'm seeing it. Yo, taking pictures. I got my, where my iPhone, where my Android. Never see that, bro. Never. Because their sole purpose is to come on these things, generate as much money they could generate, and continue giving falsified congregate. When the main objective is to have the eternal escape, bro. Taking back what was stolen, bro. But how can you think that when you're given something to prevent you from thinking that? You was given a list of gods you are allowed to call on. And if you try to break out of that list or try to do something, you was violated. Niggas was thrown in jail. Niggas was thrown in jail for rejecting Christianity, bro. Niggas was thrown in jail for rejecting Islam. Niggas was thrown in jail for rejecting the Abrahamic religion, bro. Your ancestors was thrown in jail, bro. Your family members are the ones that submitted for the sake of surviving to allow you to be alive this day, to not do what what these niggas done, but to break the chain, my nigga. We gotta break the chain, my nigga. I know it sounds good, but how can you prove that Yeshua is your God? What has he done for you that shows, that proves that he's your God? What? Prove it. Show it to me. I would love for you to provide me with such intel. Prove it to me. You'll be unable to. And I know that. And you know it too. And if you know it, then why are we still going back and forth on incomplete work? Let's just call it that. It's incomplete. And if it's incomplete, it's unable to be proven. It's not standing on no foundation. It's not solid. It's not solid. Then why are we still entertaining it? Why can't we focus on the matters that really matters? You know what I'm saying? Like real life colored people problems. Like people bringing stuff into our land and doing things to our women and violating our children and, you know what I'm saying, causing deformalities and all this nonsense. Like yo, bro, you serious? The main objective for us as black people, no matter, I don't care what you telling me, the main objective is to deconstruct from it, bro. It's breaking free from this atrocity, bro. Breaking free. Saying I'm not about to live this. Breaking free. We gotta break free. Everything, no matter what demographic or religion, it's a way of you being in a state of submission and being completely obedient to something that they justify as right and wrong. The same people that came into your land and did what they did to your mama and your sister and your auntie and whoever they desired. We're not gonna forget that. I'm not going to forget that. I'm not going to live my life acting like that didn't happen. But this is what they try to do, and then tell you that Jesus is coming. Jesus is gonna return again. Yeah, because Jesus was the ship that they put you in, and Jesus dipped. Now you're waiting for Jesus to come to bring you back to the motherland, or whatever name you guys are naming it now. You know what I'm saying? Whatever name it may be, it gotta rhyme with Savior. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Like you gotta make it make sense. I know a lot of you guys is just looking around like, yo, these things are not adding up, and that's all I'm saying. If things are not adding up, bro, and you can't put the pieces on one pot and show me step by step to prove these things, you can't tell me this is accurate, bro. You must understand what the Rome sole purpose is, to get the world exactly how it is right now, bro. This is a society of complete control. They determine what's to like, what not to like. They the ones one day woke up and say, you know what? Let's put transgender out on the scene. They're not gonna do nothing about it. And out of nowhere, here comes transgender. Everything is tranny. They in your schools, they in your books, they in your house, they in your kitchen, they on your TV screen. It started with RuPaul, now it's ended with RuPaul in them. Come on. Like, stop, man. We're not in control of absolutely nothing. The only way you're gonna see that, you gotta deconstruct. You gotta say, nah, hold on, wait a minute. Nah, June's got a point. Let me go look. I'm not telling you to go listen to me. I'm just telling you go, you know what I'm saying? Don't just listen to me. Go do your homework. Do your due diligence. Use a human being. You got a brain. You're not a retard. You're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not slow in the head. Go do your studies, bro. Open that book and read it. You'll be shocked to see what you find, bro. You'll be shocked to see what you find, bro. It's a real deep hole. And as long as you subject yourself to religion, you would never see beyond whatever religion you was brought up into. Niggas is only Hebrew Israelites because they was brought up Christian, Catholic, Baptist. That's the only reason why. They was brought up into that. And just hearing black and slavery and shit. Those are the three things you gotta hear. Black, slavery, and ship, that's us. Black, slavery, and ship, that's us. Black, slavery, and ship, that's us. That's all they need to hear to say that that's them. Not knowing black, not knowing that black, slavery, and ship is everything that they did and the same people that wrote the script and handed it to you. Can't make this stuff up. They gave you something to justify and accept and embrace being enslaved, being in shackles, being in chains, being battered, being beaten, being violated. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? You broke the law. You broke the curse. Same thing now. When the police beat on a black man, what happened? You broke the law. You broke the law. This is what happens when you break the law. This is what happens when you break the law. This is exactly what's going on. This is the Roman power structure on the people. You broke the law. You must be penalized. This is what these Biblos have done to us. And we know this. We feel this. We know it. We feel it. But we say no. Because this doctrine that I was born into is the only way I'm going to be saved. I don't care nothing else. Jesus brought me here because of my disobedience. That's why God told me I'm going to be enslaved. And now I'm coming back to Jesus. I'm walking like an only begotten son, guys. And Jesus is going to return to bring me back to the motherland. You should be pissed. You should be pissed. I was very disappointed. My Savior told me render Caesar's what is Caesar's, like a weirdo. That was a punk move. That was that wasn't somebody that's the son of God. How dare you ask me something so foolish, little man? And he said, render Caesar. That's not it. That's not it. My Savior, ain't no black man, ain't no warrior, ain't no prince of God, nobody that's connected to me, associated with me, associated with you, associated with us, is going to say, render Caesar's what I was Caesar's. Pharisees came walking in there like the man was playing a submissive Gandhi role. Come on, bro. That's not us. That's not us, bro. Never been us. Never been us, and it never will be. And we're not going to fight ourselves trying to prove that. We're not going to fight ourselves trying to prove that. I'm not going to stand before you as a man and try to prove such things. I'm not going to prove that. Absolutely not. And that's a problem. You feel me? Yeah, squeeze. Yes, man. You know what I'm saying? That joint is a problem. You can't force us into something that's not standing on nothing, bro. It gotta stand on something, fam. It gotta stand on something, fam. I'll be right back. I'm about to go run inside and go pick up this food. I'll be right back. I got my mic on, so you might hear me while I talk to the sister. Yeah. I called. She said to come now. I just came in here. I was literally like 3 people. Junior. Junior Lewis. Junior Lewis. I called.
What's the name again?
Junior.
Junior, sir? Alright, got you. Alright, you had the burger and then the hamburger, right?
Mm-hmm.
26.67 and the movie. What's in the fridge, okay?
Say that again?
You put the drink in the fridge.
All right. Appreciate you. Good too. You heard people? Tamarind. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah. I had to get a salmon burger. My daughter be liking this joint. She wanted a burger. I decided to get a salmon burger because I've been eating bread too much. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I don't like that joint. They eating bread way too much. I don't like that. Word up. But you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that we as individuals need to really start paying attention to. We really need to start paying attention and start facing the reality. We can't no longer be afraid, bro. We got no time for that. They turning our boys into girls, bro. We ain't got no time for that. When you start seeing evil trickle down to the children, you know it's something serious. You know, all right, look, we got to get it together. And for somebody like myself, you know what I'm saying? I want to get it together, but it's not gonna be done until we start breaking away from this control. You gotta understand, we going to school for this. You know what I'm saying? Like we going to school learning Julius Caesar, having the mentality. You know what I'm saying? Having to learn to be number one, being anything else is this and that, having to conquer, having one is not enough. You need 17 more, 15 more. You feel me? Like we indoctrinated from birth from that joint, bro. You know what I'm saying? From birth, bro. And then you put religion on top of that. A lot of us are just continuing what our parents was taught. A lot of people, it's a very small window of black people who convert into atheism because atheism is not allowed in the black household. A lot of black children is doing it now, and even them still have doubts and questions about atheism. Eventually, they're gonna come right back to Jesus because the power of Jesus is just too much. It's too much to bear. It's all around us. It's all around you. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot run from it. It's all around you. That joint is in front of you, to your left, to your right, all around you. You can't do it. You can't do absolutely nothing. The goal is literally is to do enough to survive. Literally. There's nothing you can do. We have absolutely no control. And the power within us, deconstructing, is gonna make you start looking at other things, bro. It's not, you're not gonna go into something with a state of bias because of your upbringings, of what your mother told you that was evil, or what your daddy told you that was evil, what was sin, and etc. You're not gonna go into that. You're not gonna go into that space. You're not. You're gonna go in there curious, as we should be, as people with brains, as people with hearts, as people with feelings and emotions. You're supposed to go into things curious. You gotta be curious. And as us as black people, and like even for Europeans should be able to go back and trace their European things that they used to do. Remember, listen, the Romans came and was strictly violating people. People was burnt alive. Females was burnt alive because they was practicing witchcraft. Who created the word witchcraft? They did. You're not allowed to practice witchcraft, but you gotta follow our witchcraft. What Mary did was witchcraft. What Tamar did was witchcraft. This is witchcraft. But again, nothing gets checked. It doesn't get checked because why do you check that? It doesn't get checked. Why do you check that? You don't have to check that. It's not for you to check. Our job is to accept whatever was given unto us, and that's it. But when you deconstruct, you're going to look at things in a certain light. You're not going to go in there with a perspective that's of the European. How can you be a black man, reject something that was black? Even if it's done in evil, we can find some good out of it. That's you. That's your ancestors. This is facts. You know this. It's still going on to this day. You can still trace certain things back. You can't trace the characters of the people. You can't do it. They said Abram was buried in caves. We've been to caves. We didn't see a single cave. We didn't see a single body. These people made that joint. These people made that joint into a spa. They made it into a bar, a club. The cave that's in Mumbai in South Africa, they made it into a bar, guys. It's a chill spot. And we don't pay attention. And people's gonna say, no, they took their body because they don't want the world to see. That's a lie. America are these people? These people that's digging up body parts. Any opportunity they get, they're gonna do it. Why haven't we was able to get none of that? Why nobody was able to find Noah? Nobody's able to find Abram. Nobody's able to find Levi. Nobody knows where these people is buried. Where are these people buried? We're claiming a heritage, a nationality solely based on writings. Absolutely no facts. Solely based on writings. There's absolutely no archaeological facts, no DNA facts. Some of these dudes are too afraid to take a DNA test. Afraid to take it because they know they're gonna be they're gonna be mad. They know that. They know that. They're not taking no tests. Because a lot of our people is going to be very, very disappointed when they find out that they really wasn't what they thought they was. And for a group of people that know that's been violated, that has every bit of other nation DNA inside of them, we're not in a position to try to divide. We got to be in a position to cleanse and then figure out how do we fix this problem. And that problem is dealing with these people. Damn, I didn't even know it was this late, bro. Yeah, we'll go home. I didn't know it was this late. I didn't know it was this late. It's about to be 9 o'clock. Like I said, I've been on work since like 7 something. So when I called, I called the burger spot by my crib, and they told me that that joint is no longer for sale. That is permanently closed. And I asked her why. She said because these people they want to renew the lease. And when I heard that, they're about to sell that building. They was given an offer that they could not refuse. They're about to sell that building. Be losing everything in the hood, man. When I seen that, I was like, yeah, it's over. It's over. They're literally about to just buy the entire hood. We lost it. We lost us. And we don't want to be found. We want somebody to bring us back to where we came from. We don't want to be found. We want somebody to hold our hand and bring us back to where we came from. The very tool that was used to bring us to the places called America, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Brazil, the very tool that was used is now the tool that's being used right now to get us to go, to make us prepare to go back. And when it doesn't work, my problem is when it doesn't work, then what? What is plan B? If plan A does not work, what is plan B? You gotta have a plan B. If plan A does not work, you gotta have a plan B, bro. You gotta have a plan B. You gotta have a plan B, bro. And we don't have a plan B. And we don't want to prepare or prep for a plan B. We don't even want to believe of a plan B because we put all our eggs in a basket of Jesus, in a basket of Yeshaya, in a basket of Islam, in a basket of Christianity, in a basket of Judaism, in a basket. We put all of it. And no matter how we changed the names, it went from American to Hebrew to now it's Bantu. Sooner or later it's gonna be another language. We doing all of that. We doing all of that. All of that. Putting everything in one basket. Refusing to believe, to even have a doubt. And the thing that pisses me off, this is what really made me step away from it all. What made me step away from it all is you will build a rapport with individuals. You would think that because you build a rapport, because you've been solid, and when I'm talking about solid, I'm talking about like loyalty. Forget a biblos. Just off street perspective, right? Just being from outside. You know what I'm saying? You have a certain rules and regulations you're supposed to oblige by. And you do all of that. And because you start to see that the stories that was told was created stories, deliberately created to to force El Kebulan people to be in invested into their book, into their literature. Remember, I don't care what they tell you. The Bible is written by them. That's their literature. That's their writing. That's their thought process. That's their putting the words together. That's them. They didn't get it from. They didn't. They. You cannot tell me they got it from a scroll and you didn't see the scroll. Until you see the scroll, you can't tell me they got it from there. You must show me the exact scroll. And then you must be able to read the scroll. And not a single person in El Kebulan, not a single person in South Africa, not a single person nowhere. Nobody seen it. Nobody could read it. Nobody. And if nobody's able to see it or read it, why are we still holding on to it? Because that becomes what you call insanity. This is what you call insane. We are becoming insane. We're thinking and we're forcing ourselves to believe that something or someone or a story, a written story, is going to bring us peace again from the very people that bought the same story to take us down. You gotta make that make sense. You have to make that make sense. There's no way on God's green earth are we as individuals are supposed to believe such a foolish ideology, bro. And you tell me that if I don't accept it, I'm going to burn in hell forever. You tell me if I don't come to your church on Saturdays, and if I don't pay tithings, and if I don't submit, I'm going to burn in hell forever. That's what you told me, bro. And that's why a lot of you guys are afraid. Because you are afraid that if you do it, you're going to go to hell. And people are teaching that we're going to hell. Teaching that we're going to hell. And nobody knows where the hell story originated from. And I told you guys over and over again where the hell story originated from. Over and over again.